Hello, lovely geometry students. Welcome to lesson 1.19, transformations, transversals, and proofs. Today, our learning target is I can prove alternate interior angles are congruent. I can prove corresponding angles are congruent. Let's check out the do now. If you need a calculator, please use your laptop for today, unless your teacher took out the calcs, and make sure you get your number. Math talk, angle relationships. Line L and M are parallel. So it's talking about these lines right here, like parallel parking. Mentally evaluate the measure of X in each figure. So look at the first one. If I translate this angle down here, it'll map onto X. So these are corresponding angles. This will be 40 degrees. Here, if I took this angle in figure B, I translate it down, I could see that it makes the X vertical angles. So this is also 61 degrees. Now, figure C. I know it's asking us to find X, but let's use what we know for supplementary angles. Here is a straight line, 180. I'll do 180 divide. 180 subtracted by 98, and I get 82. And if I take this, translate it down over here, this will be 82 degrees. And look, vertical angles makes an X. This is also 82 degrees. Here, this is 125, and this is also 125 degrees. I could translate this angle down, and then we'll get vertical angles over here. All right, let's move on. Explore it number 1, make a mark. Here are intersecting lines AE and CD. It's just describing the image. Translate line AE and CD by the directed line segment from B to C. So we have to use this directed line segment and AE and CD. So I'm gonna trace everything that's there, and I'm literally gonna use the arrow. I go from one end of the arrow to the other. You could use tracing paper to do this. And we're gonna label the images of A prime, B prime, D prime, E prime, and some of the letters will be overlapping like B and D prime, A, B, and C prime. What is true about lines AE and AE prime? Please put the arrows. AE is parallel to AE prime. You could use this code or notation or write it out that they're parallel. 3, take turns with your partner to identify congruent angles. A, for each pair of congruent angles that you find, explain to your partner how you know the angles are congruent. I would use reflection, rotation, translation, just like the do now in yesterday's lesson, and listen to their explanation in B. You could disagree, discuss your thinking. So if you're doing this live in class, you are doing it together. Otherwise, jot this down in the video. Moving on. Explore it number 2, an alternate explanation. Here are intersecting lines AE and CD. Rotate line AE by 180 degrees around point C. So you need to trace AE on your tracing paper. You're gonna put your pencil at the point of rotation. And when you rotate it, remember, when you rotate, it ends up on the opposite side. And it's gonna look like about, when you rotate, the orientation is different, so I'm gonna try using tracing paper. Let me double check this, because I'm not that great with rotation. Oh my goodness. Wait, let me check. Yeah, I should have trusted myself. So, you're gonna end up over here. So, and then we're gonna label the images, and don't forget, when you rotate, E ends up on the other side, so E prime. A swung around this way, around the center of rotation, so A prime. And this is B prime. All right. I did A, B, where's C prime? B prime, and C prime will also be over here. It should be equidistant. D is above, and, okay. What is true about lines AB and A prime, B prime? They're also AB, they're also parallel. So when you rotate it, you also get parallel lines, okay? We're gonna skip this. All right, so if you want to read through the activity synthesis, feel free. And checkpoint, if you have time in class, we're just gonna read it through, and annotate using color pencils for A. And is there something, B, is there something special about 40 degrees? Will any two lines, I'm gonna help you annotate, cut by a transversal. Transversal is a line that crosses the parallel lines. With congruent alternate interior angles, I'm gonna put an arc, which is 40 degrees, be parallel. So you need this for, star this. I think you need this for one of the levels. Please type. Any two lines cut by a transversal. Oh my God, help me. Can't read the prompt. With congruent alternate interior angles, prove that the lines are parallel. So this is like the inverse theorem. If you have parallel lines cut by a transversal, the purple and red lines, you could say the angles are congruent, alternate interior, corresponding. Inversely, on the flip side, we don't know that the purple lines are parallel, but if you have two alternate interior angles, like the 40 degrees in green, cut by the red transversal, that proves the lines are parallel. So once you have this down, put a pumpkin. And use this to help you with one of the levels, I forget. All right, guys, that's all I have. Have a great day.